Reporters, hosts, analysts, Colts, Bills, Bengals, Chargers. Bosa is going to be joining. Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert, and Joe Burrow will be stopping by. Two of my favorite quarterbacks. My favorite newsman is on the West Coast. That's where he is found, in his garage, as Weezer would say, to give us the headlines.
Hey, what's going on there, Kay and guys? Happy Wednesday to all of you. And Kay, you had mentioned it off the top of this here program that football is officially back, as all the teams are going to be in action this week. But in Green Bay, it looks like number 12 won't be seeing the field on Saturday, and he may not even see the field the entire preseason. Head coach Matt LaFleur saying Tuesday that Aaron Rodgers will most likely not play this preseason. That means Jordan Love will get the majority of time at quarterback for the Packers against the Texans. It will be Love's first game action since being selected by the Pack in the first round of the 2020 NFL Draft. As for Houston, it's unlikely Deshaun Watson will suit up against the Pack. Head coach David Culley saying the decision was based on the limited reps he's had in practice. Culley wouldn't comment if Watson will play at all this preseason. Meanwhile, in Pittsburgh, linebacker TJ Watt has been limited in practices, taking part only in individual drills, but not because of injury. Watt limited while his reps and the team negotiate a contract extension. Head coach Mike Tomlin not too concerned about a star pass rusher not being a full go.
That negotiation process is going to run its course. Some run their courses faster than others. If I remember correctly, Cam Hayward had less than 100% participation when he was in a similar circumstance a short time ago. Again, like I say, I like to focus my energies on the guys that are working, and I'm less concerned about the guys that aren't, whether it's contractually related or injury related. At this time of the year, man, I'm all eyes on the guys that are working, and one man's misfortune or inconvenience is an opportunity for another.
Watt, of course, is entering the final year of his rookie deal, where he's going to make a little more than $10 million with 42.5 sacks in 3 seasons with Pittsburgh. Kay and guys, safe to say he deserves a massive pay raise.
Safe to say, pay the man, like we like to say here on the show.
Right.
We appreciate you, Will Selva. TJ Watt is taking part in meetings and conditioning drills. The All-Pro entering the 5th-year option of his rookie deal. So how concerned are we, Schrags, that he's not participating in team activities, though?
I just love Mike Tomlin's approach to it. You know, I can't concern myself. One man's misfortune of not being on the field is not going to take away from my joy for another player. The Steelers tend to take care of these things. They tend to make things happen. I don't think it's been necessarily a pat on the back to TJ Watt that he's not out there practicing. I think they would love to see him doing that, but I am not that concerned. This guy is a superstar in the league, and superstars in the league do get paid, and his time is now. So they'll make it work. I'm sure they'll find a way, and I don't see TJ Watt holding out. I don't see him do it, but it's time to get going here, because this Steelers team, this is one of those teams in the league where is it a turn the page year? We certainly aren't a rebuilding year. They doubled down on Ben, they doubled down on Juju, they doubled down on so many different players. TJ Watt is maybe their most important one on the entire roster right now, so I would think they would find a way to make this right. And I do appreciate Mike Tomlin's candor, though, because a lot of coaches would say, well, we love TJ. He's not saying that. No, who's playing? Let's go.
He's keeping it real. I'm focused on guys that are on the field. In that clip of watching TJ warm up, you see Devin Bush right there warming up next to him, and Devin Bush was like, okay, TJ, teach me how to do this thing. Yeah. Because I'm going to need some money here in a little bit. That's the way it goes. And to that point, you know, I can't get upset at TJ when this is a little bit of a trend in the NFL. You know, our guy Jamal Adams, he was in New York with the Jets, and he was like, man, I want to get out of here, or pay me. And they ended up trading him. You know, Minka Fitzpatrick recently, you know, we're talking about Xavier Howard, who was like, look, I got 4 years left on the deal. Pay me some extra money. That right now is trending, and it's trending big. The thing about the Pittsburgh Steelers, to Schrager's point, they tend to handle these things before they spiral out of control.
So you're not worried.
The last time it did, it was Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell, which was on more of the players than it was the organization. So I believe they're going to handle this a little bit better and try to get it done as soon as possible. He's on the last year of his deal. So this is the time, if a guy's coming into the season healthy, where he's going to be able to make plays.
What do you got?
I'm not. Nothing, just funny stuff goes on at the show. I'm not worried either. One thing I'm worried about. There's one thing that might make you slightly worried. As usual, check the schedule. Do you guys know who the Steelers open with? I didn't know. I just looked it up.
Who?
They open at Buffalo. That's not great. Like, in terms of missing your best pass rusher. Like, I don't think the Steelers let things like this linger. I don't think T.J. Watt is the type of guy who's not going to show up. I think, like, this guy came out of the womb playing football.
Yeah.
But you better come out of the season playing winning football against Josh Allen, or you'll lose that game by 20 points. At Buffalo, do you think that environment in Buffalo might be pretty electric with fans back? I need T.J. Watt maybe even more than I need Minka or anybody on that entire team that day. So if, let's say, this goes on a couple weeks, let's say he only gets a few practices, let's say the hamstrings are a little tight, that's what concerns me. Other than that, Steelers, I see Watt, and I see, like, these guys are all about football, and they'll get him out there.
Triggs, looking at these contract deals, though, how much does it play into it that Minka's deal, who we've all mentioned at this table in the same breath as we're mentioning T.J. Watt, his deal is up after next year. Devin Bush will likely want a new deal at that point, too, and I'm sure the Steelers defense wants to keep that entire core together.
Yeah, and look, and that's a embarrassment of riches, right? To have those three players that you ultimately have to play. And I know Joe Hayden came out and he's looking to get paid.
Yeah.
And that was via his agent, Drew.
Peter, do you think TJ's still in JJ's shadow? Like, you said he's one of the best players in the league, and he is, but, like, I don't feel like he's as famous as talked about. Is it
It's a
'cause of
good
his
point.
brother?
I think J.J. Watt had all the marketing deals, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and a lot of people still look at T.J. Watt as the younger brother. In Pittsburgh, they don't.
Yeah.
They look at him as maybe their most dominant player, and they'll take care of it. But your point, Kay, like, there's a lot of guys that want to get paid, and a lot of guys that should be paid on that.
It's going to make it tough, given everything that T.J. Watt wants and what he deserves to keep all of that.